Imagine stepping through your gate and feeling like you've entered your own private garden retreat. Something charming, welcoming, and just a little bit magical. That's exactly what I set out to create with this arbor, and today I'm going to show you how I did it. All right, so let me try to explain what I'm going to be doing before I actually do it. So drawing it out always helps me. So this is a representation of the gate that goes into the garden. It has the two posts on each side and then the garden fence in the middle, obviously. Now, my plan is to put an 8-foot board, because the gate is 6 feet, on each side. Now, I'm not going to dig any holes because there are pavers in the bottom and I don't want to disrupt any of that. So I decided I'm going to sink these boards into concrete buckets. They're actually planters that I'm going to fill halfway with concrete, and then I'm going to zip tie the top of the side boards to the posts of the fence. And then I'm going to put a horizontal board across the top and to connect the two boards. And then I'm going to be putting branches along the sides and across the top so that the grapevine has something to grow on. And then the grapevine will grow on that, and I will create my magical entrance into the garden. How about that? Easy, right? We're here at the entrance to the backyard, and I think it was last year or maybe the year before, I put up these branches to make like this archway over the entrance into the yard. I wanted it to make it, look like entrance to secret garden. But I mean, that was just temporary, but it still lasted 2 years, I guess. I think it was 2 years anyway. But what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to put a simple arbor up. I'm going to use a piece of wood up that side right there. And then I'm going to put a piece of wood up that side. And then I'm going to put a vertical piece in between. So I had this wood in the shop, and I am going to use this for the sides. Now I'm not even going to sink it into the ground. I'm going to put a bucket underneath partially filled with cement, and then I can use the top part of it to put plants in to soften the edge. Now the only thing I'm waiting for Mary Ann to get out of the shower to see what she thinks. I was going to make it white just like the fence, but then I was thinking I should paint it black to make it stand out. Now, the only thing that's holding me back is I don't want it to have an Asian influence, because I don't have an Asian influence in my yard other than my pagoda. But I'm thinking that might look nice, and then I'm going to make a matching one to hide the air conditioner units from the street. So you'll see as soon as I get the okay from her what color it's going to be, because I have to paint it before I put it up. I'm doing this very unprofessional like, so if you're a professional, you're going to cringe the way I'm doing it, but it's the way I'm doing it. I'm using this bucket for my base, and I'm going to put the board up against the back of it up along here. I'm actually going to zip tie it up along the top, and I'm going to pour cement in that bucket down there. So it's not a really permanent structure. It's here for now. And what I did was I'm using this very large black bucket right here. So what I had to do is I sawed the back of it off, because it has this lip on it which would push it out from the fence post. So what I'm doing is, by taking that out, I can push it directly right against there, so the board lays directly against that. All right, so I'm stressing that this is really for people that have no skills, in dealing with wood. It's really a simple project that I think just about anyone can do. So now what you can see, what I did was I put some rocks in the bottom, then I put a plastic bag over them, and then I added this quick drying cement in here to hold the post against the fence. And then what I did was, if you look up here, you can see I drilled a hole through the middle of it, and then I just used a zip tie to hold it against the fence. So like, this is what I'm saying. This is like a temporary kind of thing, but it's semi-permanent actually. You don't have to move it unless you really want to. But once again, you really don't need the skills. And then you can see right here, I'm just starting. I put the pot in, I cut the back again. I leaned this against the post, and then once again, I drilled the hole through the middle, and I used the zip ties. So this project is actually taking me forever, not because it's hard, but because we've had such crazy weather. We've been having a lot of rain, It got cold again, so I'm trying to like work in between. But anyway, I want to keep on track with you exactly where I am. So we got the 2 posts up. It's been a few days since I videoed and I didn't look back, so I don't know where I left off. We have the 2 posts that are up, right? And what I did, if you notice, I actually have tree branches up the sides. And how I did that was I just nailed it right into this post because I need something for the grapevine to grow up onto. So what needs to be done now is I need to construct the horizontal post that connects each side, to each other. Now I've done it already, and like I said, I've been working in between the raindrops, and it was taking a long time for the paint to dry. So let me show you how I constructed that to continue with this very easy over the gate arbor. I made the horizontal piece very simple because remember I promised you that this is going to be for those of us that are not so skilled that it's going to be a very difficult process for us to do. So what I did was I measured from one side of the post to the other side. I'm sorry, I have my Invisaligns in and my I'm having trouble with all my S's today. But anyway, go from one side to the other, and for my case it was 61 inches. So I made the top of this 67 inches and I cut it on an angle. I used a chop saw and I just put on a 45-degree angle and I cut the angle. You don't necessarily have to do that. I had to stop for the traffic helicopter just went over. Anyway, so I cut 2 of them. I have one here and one here. Now what I did was the boards that I have going down in the vertical, on each side, the post, is this board. So I had cut a piece of it off. Now what I did was I used it as a spacer. Now not only to keep these 2 together, but also to give the proper amount of space for the post to slide into. Okay, so I have one here and one here. Do you understand what I did with that? That's the same piece as the post. Therefore, it gives me the same exact space that I have, so the post will slide right in here. Now, what I did was, in order for me to be able to screw this piece into the post, I needed to be able to set it up there. Now, I don't have anybody here to help me, so I needed to figure out a way that I was going to do that. So what I did was, I cut these crossbars. These are 12 inches along. Now, right here, this is 4. So I did 4 here and 4 here. I didn't put a 45 angle on it. You could have. I just didn't want to. Kept it flat. Now, when I slip this on top of the posts, the post will rest right on here, and I will be able to screw this in very nicely. Okay, so you can see, and I have a little bit touch-up paint to do, but I won't do that till it's up there. Now, this is still drying. I used a stain, and because it's so damp, look, my fingers have the black paint on it in 1 second that I touched it. So next thing up will be to rest this on top of the 2 vertical posts. So I have my horizontal post, and then I can attach my branches, which I have my grapevine growing on, to this, and finally this will be done. So this is what I was trying to explain to you. See how this piece gave the width for this to sink in, and then all I had to do was I put it on. It's resting on this piece, and then with a mallet I just snugged it in. And I think I'm just going to put 1 screw in each side. And I put 1 screw on each side to hold it tight. Okay, so there it is. You can see I have my grapevine, which has been growing already because I had those branches up there, and it's halfway around the arch already. Now, of course, it's going to get fuller and it's going to look more magical as time goes on, but there you go. I now have that arbor entrance into the yard that I've been wanting now for a couple of years, and I have to say it was really easy to do. And like I said, the big plus was no digging and very limited cutting and whatnot. It just went up pretty easily and fit all into place. Now down at the bottom, I put 2 ferns in those buckets that I have concrete in. What I did was I drilled holes right above the concrete so that any water, which is in the additional pot that the ferns are in, can filter out. Everybody, I hope you got something out of this. I really enjoyed doing it and sharing it with you. Thank you so much. Happy gardening.